welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode, Season 2, Round 11. We are in Azerbaijan for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at the Baku City Centre. If you haven't seen the last instalment, do be sure to go and check that one out before you see this one. It was a nice little recovery drive from P11 at Monza to take the win, and that's really got our championship campaign back on track. We're hoping to carry on that momentum here at Baku, but first things first, we need to get through qualifying, and the conditions are very changeable. We've had a little spot of rain at the beginning of qualifying, and now we're trying to get ourselves into Q2. Is it going to be enough? Answer, just about. P12, that's quite dismal to be honest. But we're now in Q2, pushing hard, and the lap is looking relatively competitive. We're 3 tenths to the good on what we need. I really enjoy the challenge of driving Baku. It's such a fun circuit to drive, even though it's very challenging. We're now heading to the castle section, pushing hard, and perhaps maybe a little bit too hard.
Let me know you're okay.
I am stupid. I switch off everything.
Recreating the famous Leclerc crash at the castle section, just gunning it too much. That's left us with it all to do in the Grand Prix. We are going to be starting the Azerbaijan Grand Prix 15th. To say that that's a kick in the gut towards our championship campaign would be underselling it slightly. But there it is, we are out. But Azerbaijan, this is a circuit you can overtake on, so I'm confident that we can pull back a good result still. It's not out of the question yet.
A warm welcome to you all at home for today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Hamilton, Stroll, Norris, Ocon, Albon, Gasly, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Sunshine, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Teo Pourchaire, Joe, Hulkenberg, and Yuki Tsunoda. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say?
We're still in with a chance of winning this title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races.
26 laps ahead of us, and we gain position due to another driver having a penalty. We're underway here in Baku. It's a decent start. Magnussen's going over to try and chop off Ricciardo, and I'm trying to find a way through between him and Albon. No way through there as Oscar Piastri has a look round my outside. We're not letting him through there, and I'm now trying to go down the inside of Alex Albon into 2. We're side by side heading down the straight, still wheel to wheel with Alex Albon as we go down the straight, but I think Albon is eventually going to have to yield to that one, and he does. We're going to brake a bit later here, try and avoid Magnussen, but at the same time get past Albon. We have done that. Position gained up into P13. Next up is Kevin Magnussen. Gasly and Ricciardo are having a nice little battle ahead as well, and Albon's trying to get back past me here, but we're having literally none of that. Albon dropping down to 14th, and I'm now going to dive down the inside of Kevin Magnussen. The AI gets so backed up there, and we took our opportunity to gain. So we're a lap into this race now, and we're not giving up there because we're having a look at Ricciardo and Gasly. They're busy fighting each other. I'm trying to look for a way through. No way through there. Gasly and Ricciardo still fighting each other. They're going to go side by side into turn 2. I'm trying to slot in behind the pair of them, and I've got a nice little slipstream, a nice little run on Pierre Gasly and Ricciardo. I'm going to go down the left, try and get them both up the inside, brake a bit later, and we have got that done. We move up into the top 10. Next up is Lando Norris in 9th, having a bit of a nightmare race here, and he's going to be a sitting duck, especially on those hard tyres. Ocon as well up in 8th, having another great performance for Sauber. We've got past Lando Norris, but Ocon still dead ahead of us, but we've got a whole nother straight where we can have a look at Esteban Ocon. We're getting in his rear, we're getting in his slipstream, using DRS, using what's left of the battery. Ocon goes to cover, but we're going to sweep round the outside of Esteban Ocon and take P8. So 4 laps in, and we are gaining positions quite nicely in this race, and it's around this point that I'm thinking and considering a different strategy. More on that a bit later, but now we're diving down the inside of Fernando Alonso and moving up into 7th. Hamilton and Stroll now dead ahead, having a battle of their own as we are nailing every apex. And you know what? The car is feeling so good round here, and the pace is brilliant. We just have some really strong pace here. I have a really good feeling about the strategy I'm planning, as well as the overall race pace of this car. First things first though, we are a little bit stuck behind Hamilton and Stroll, who are having a battle over 5th. I'm wanting to get involved. Alonso is also wanting to get involved, as is Ocon. Everyone in a little bit of a DRS train here. I'm trying to shake off those guys so that they don't get caught in the train and have a go at us maybe. But first things first, let's see if we can get past Stroll. He may even give us a run on Hamilton, although Hamilton is 1.2 seconds down the road, so that might be a bit difficult. Out of the left right onto this long straight here at Baku, and we're now getting into Stroll's slipstream. We're doing more than getting into Stroll's slipstream, we're getting ready to have a look at him, and Hamilton goes to cover. Stroll goes for Hamilton. No way to go for us there, and we have to wait it out. Is Stroll going to get past Hamilton? No, he's not. That allows us to look down the inside. We are down the inside of Stroll. That allows us through into 6th. Next up is Lewis Hamilton now on this second straight, draining what's left of the battery. Are we going to be able to get past the Mercedes round the outside here? Yes, we are. Moving up another place into P5, and we're only on lap 6. So the comeback, this is a Verstappen-esque level comeback this. And now we're in P5, where I'm quite happy to sit for a while and just drive the pace that I'm comfortable with, and we are finding a very nice comfortable pace as well. We are starting to catch Sergio Perez and maybe George Russell as well, but at the same time I'm confident with this pace, I'm happy with this pace, and we're just running very comfortably and very nicely. Slowly but surely catching Sergio Perez, about 6 to 7 tenths a lap, and we're going to be on him here surely. I'm hoping we can maybe, just maybe, get on him by the DRS straight. I don't think we're going to be close enough this time, and we do go a little bit deep there, but that's allowed us a little bit of momentum. We're still 1.3 behind Perez, but this lap, if we drain the battery, should allow us to get into that DRS, because draining the battery makes us so OP on the straights. It's ridiculous. Look at that. Half a second gain, 6 tenths gain, 7 tenths gained just by draining the battery alone. That is how much the ERS is worth round here. That is crazy. And I'm now looking at my tyre wear thinking, is this strategy feasible? So what I'm thinking of doing is running long on the mediums and then switching to softs for the end. It's a risky strategy, and we may lose a place or two on undercut if we're not careful. But I think our tyres, they feel fine. They don't really feel like they're going through the mill. Our tyres just feel pretty decent. And this is us now having a go at Sergio Perez and getting the place done before we even get to the corner. That wasn't even a stress there. And Charles Leclerc is battling George Russell for second. I can't see who's first. I think it is Max Verstappen. but I think he's checked out. And Verstappen now coming into the pits for his pit stop. Leclerc leading the way, Russell second, Ware in third, and Perez just dropping back. So Perez struggling to pace a little bit. Stroll making his way into the top 5, but obviously Verstappen needs to pit, and that is us chewing on the back of Russell, as well as being very close to Leclerc. Lap 12 comes to an end. Leclerc will be pitting, as will Russell, and we will take the lead here in Baku. And now this is where I'm going to try and run long, but at the same time I'm going to steal a bit of a slipstream from Russell before he pits. Gives us a bit of a tow there, and Leclerc currently holding the fastest lap. I intend to change that over the next few laps, but for now it's a case of how long can we run the medium tyres. I'm not thinking too far longer, as a McLaren is pulling over to retire. I believe that's Oscar Piastri pulling over. No, it's Lando Norris, I beg your pardon. Lando Norris retiring from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And at the end of lap 15, we have pitted in. I think that's a significantly good way to go on those tyres. Now we're on a brand new, fresh set of softs. Verstappen predictably gets ahead. He's not that far down the road though, so the win is still on here. And we're ahead of George Russell too, so we've got a nice little overcut there, if anything, on George Russell. And now we have fresh, soft tyres, and we are good to go to the end. And straight away, I am having a go at Charles Leclerc. I am looking left, looking right, looking everywhere to find a way past our Monegasque teammate. But Leclerc determined to hold position as we now head towards the DRS spot. This is the end of lap 17. We'll have 9 laps to go. 4 seconds to catch on Max, but we've got a virtual safety car. Théo Pourchaire is out of the race. Let's have a look at what happened. This looks like he's going to lock up and bang into the wall. Théo Pourchaire making quite a big mistake there, locking up out of the race. That became a full safety car. So this works out even better for us, because if we can get Leclerc straight away on the restart, we can really make life difficult for Max. Leclerc goes to cover as we try to go around the outside of turn 1. Leclerc trying to hold us, but we've just got such better traction and grip on these fresh soft tyres, and Leclerc trying to hold it, but look at the traction we get out of the corner. Up into P2, and now we can start putting the pressure, applying the pressure on the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. And already we're gaining bit by bit round the corners. This is what the advantage of soft tyres is to us, and it's just helping us bring him all the closer. And by the time we get to the DRS zone, we're 6 tenths behind. This should be all we need to blast past the Red Bull. Verstappen getting ready to defend. I'm getting ready to attack. Overtake activated. DRS not quite activated, but we're attacking Verstappen. Verstappen goes to cover the inside. We don't even need DRS as we sweep round the outside and take the lead from the Red Bull driver. And with our tyres, surely now we are just going to pull away. But Verstappen might have one go here. He is looking at having a go here. I'm trying to save battery power for the straight, but I'm having to use a little bit now, as Max Verstappen is going to have he has a very late look down the inside, but he's got damage. What happened there? Verstappen having a late look, nowhere to go. He wasn't alongside going into the corner, so I felt like I was quite obliged to take my line, and Verstappen clipping the inside wall, damaging his front wing, and as a result he had to pit in. Like I said, he was not alongside going into the corner. It was a very late look by Verstappen. As such, I felt like I was perfectly within my rights to take the inside line, to take the racing line, and Verstappen just getting caught out and clipping the inside wall on a move I feel like he should have backed out of anyway. But for the rest of the race, we are relatively untouched. We pulled out 6.5 seconds on our teammate Charles Leclerc, and it looks like it's going to be a second 1-2 for Ferrari in a row. We are absolutely dominant at the moment, and as we flick round the left-hander, getting ready for the rapid left-right, we have done another stellar drive here from P15 to P1 with a strategy that has really worked out for us, grabbing a fastest lap as we did so as well. The strategy worked out, everything came together, and we win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Just want to say, thanks to all the haters. This one's for you.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
It's never an easy race here in Azerbaijan. There's drama around every corner, but they've come through to take a brilliant victory here today.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. With that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
A risky strategy paying off there. Yes, you could argue we got a bit lucky with a safety car, but luck is a part of racing sometimes. All of it came together, and we have taken a win. Charles Leclerc gets second, making it another Ferrari 1-2. And again, limiting how much of a nibble we take out of his championship lead. But given our grid position, he probably would have thought he'd be extending the gap. That did not happen. Another win from an unlikely position. Perez gets third then, and it's Russell and Stroll fourth and fifth, which means in the championship we are now down to 10 points behind Leclerc. And with Lando Norris having a DNF, he is now 24 points behind. And it's looking like it's becoming a 2-horse race between the 2 Ferrari drivers. And we have just got 2 wins in a row, so I am really making a charge and making a go for this championship. Verstappen losing touch even further. Russell 5th, Alonso 6th, then it's Piastri, Perez, Hamilton and Stroll completing the top 10. Lance getting P5 in the standings, back with an impressive performance here today. Ocon is now 11th. Sainz gets a few points here and moves up to 12th. And then it's Tsunoda and Zhou 13th and 14th. Well, I'm ever so grateful that that result came in. And as you can see, another 1-2 with 1 McLaren dropping out. The gap is now we're looking pretty untouchable here. I think whatever happens, I think we have got this Constructors' Championship wrapped up. I just want to go for the drivers. And I feel like with the charge we're making, we could do it. I feel like we can do it. Well, thank you for watching this installment of Career Mode. Don't forget to leave a like, hit subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I have been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.